3HL powered by the Tennessee Lottery. Oh, man. Our friends at Dunkin' Donuts, they partnered with the Tennessee Titans. They got an offer you don't want to miss this season. Tighten up Thursdays. Get any size hot coffee for just $1.69, but you got to have the Dunkin' mobile app. You'll be running on Dunkin'. That app has all kinds of great stuff on it. And Thursdays never tasted so good.
We love hanging out at Sport Ortho, and Dr. Kalen is with us now. Longtime 3HL sponsor, Doc. It's good to see you. We are in Cookeville, brand new location. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's just it's hard to believe we have another location, but we have had a lot of patients from Cookeville, Sparta, White County, all the places, and it's nice to provide this opportunity. We don't have to drive so far.
Right, and people from here, in a lot of cases, will drive to the ER in Nashville, and that's a long way, and then they spend a lot of time in the ER. Then they get, the recommendation to go to the orthopedic guy, and they can save all of that time.
They can, and give them the right diagnosis so that if they have to, can be seen in an urgent care setting.
Hold on. I think we're having some mic issues. Let's fix it.
There's a weird frequency right where you're sitting, Dr. K. Every microphone that you touch.
Maybe if you move over.
Yeah,
there
try
you go.
that.
There.
I bet that's going to work right there.
I was like, is this in my head? No, it's really hard to hear him. Okay.
Gosh, how do you fault me? I tried to sit next to Don instead of Mickey.
Sorry, now you get Mickey
yeah,
over
the
there,
microphone
Doc.
only works by me. That's the way they make people interact with me.
But again, people don't just save time, right?
No, they just don't save time. They get the right diagnosis. There's several things that really need attention in the first few days, and by doing that, we can identify those and treat them.
Sport Ortho, Cookeville, and the brand new location, and now there are locations all over Middle Tennessee and now in the Cookeville area. And again, you mentioned some of the small towns up here, the great towns, Sparta, Livingston, Jamestown, Carthage, Smithville, and these are all towns that are close to this location, so people, again, don't have to drive to Nashville, can drive right here into the Cookeville location, 799 South Willow Avenue.
Yes, sir, and from here, we can distribute whatever resources need to be done. Most of the stuff is contained here in all the offices that we have, but the decision can be made for that 1 or 2% that might cost something down the road to immediately institute treatment.
I love all the sports memorabilia you have.
That's what I was going to say. You
at
collect,
every location.
right?
Yeah.
Well, it's come from so many places with Gaylord, with the Giants, and we've never sold anything. Some of the stuff is so rare that it's tagged by numbers that they'll know if you do sell it.
Wow.
But we have like Joe Wooley's jersey from Alabama, and 2 of my patients played with him. So they bring their families and have their picture made, saying Dad played with Namath. That was kind of fun.
Well, we appreciate it. Again, you having us up here. We've never done a show in Cookeville. So, when you open more locations, the further away from Nashville you go, we'll follow.
Well, we appreciate that. And, I was going to just mention earlier that teams are everything. And the articles recently come out that hospitals and practices who have good teams, and the pilot doesn't do all the flying on the plane any more than the surgeon is responsible for everything. So it's good having a team. And we talked about Louisville, and I'm from there, and I just have to comment on Don's comment that what do you do in those situations? And I used to travel with Denny Crum, and he was just a man of character, came from Coach Wooden, and that's what he instituted. So when we were with Rodney McRae and Scooter and Darrell Griffith and all them, it was just a different thing. It was about basketball. It was about honesty. They had to attend study hall. If they didn't, they were disciplined. And so they just didn't really go any further. So I agree with Don. What do you do about this? You go back to the basics. You go back to the bottom, and you clean it all out, and you start from the bottom until everyone buys onto character. And I think Vanderbilt does a good job of that. And make it about helping our young men and not about necessarily a banner. And man, being from Kentucky, basketball is a lot for us. So I'm just real disappointed and hope that the ones who aren't guilty get exonerated too. I don't want to forget about that.
Yeah.
Well, again, good to see you, Doc. Congrats on the new location. I know you're on to bigger and better things, and we appreciate the partnership.
Thank you. You've been invaluable to us, really.
Sport Ortho,
Thanks,
grand
Doc.
opening in Cookeville. And, again, we'll be here until 6 o'clock. Real quick, but before we take a break, statement from Rick Pitino, his attorneys, actually. The University of Louisville placed Coach Pitino on